What's up? We live? Yeah, we're live. Hey, what's up? Welcome. Let's see. A little bit nervous. Don't know why. This is the, this is the first night that I'm doing this stream this way rather than my other way, which would be to study Spanish. I'm gonna be trying to just kind of explore my mind more and just kind of talk about my day. Essentially, it's almost, this is gonna morph into a nightly journal for me, I think. Yeah, I don't know, something about it makes me a little nervous, but I kind of don't care really. But it just feels different, I guess. It feels different, more so than anything. And everyone is afraid of something that everyone's afraid of change. Everyone fears the unknown. So this is normal. That's fine. Fuck it. No one cares anyway. I have so many avenues I want to like talk about. And I think what would be best for the first little introduction of this would be to document kind of what happened, and just explain and just talk out the changes that have happened to me in the past 2 months now. How long have I been doing this? Since March 2nd. Yeah, 2 months now. 2 months plus. Yeah, just talk through some of that because I don't think I've fully processed a lot of it. Probably. I don't know. Maybe I have, but anyway, for like all of my life, so like I'm an only child, right? And my parents, like, they're not like rich. They're not super rich, but they have money. And so, growing up, my parents have raised me like, hey, don't worry about money. Like, we got you. Like, you're fine. Just don't worry about it. Like in high school, they told me like, don't get a job. Even in college, they're like, don't get a job. Like, just focus on school. Like, don't worry about it. So like, I've internalized like a safety net that like I don't have to really try anything or do anything and everything's gonna work out. Really is what it like kind of boils down to, I think. And so like my whole life I've just not really tried anything. I've just like my natural talent level of things, like in whatever thing I was trying or whatever like subject I was learning, my natural talent level would take me as far as it could go, as far as it could. And then as soon as it would become difficult and I would have to like apply myself in that kind of way, or as soon as I would have to like stick through the shit, I would give up. I do have a degree in music from a university, a bachelor's degree. But I saw that, I don't know, I've like tried to analyze that, and I feel like it was different because it was like I don't know how to describe it, but it's different than when I've tried to learn languages, which I've tried 5 or 6 different times in the last 15 years. And every time I've tried to learn a language, I'd get, so far, and then I would just be like, I don't want to fucking do this. This sucks. I'm not getting a degree out of this. I'm not getting some kind of external reward out of this. I want to learn a language because I think it'd be cool. I want to learn a language because I think I'd be able to talk with more people and connect with more people. But it wasn't enough of a motivation to get me to finish it. I guess the degree was somehow. I don't really know. But I did it, I guess. So there's that. But in everything else, I was explaining to one of my friends the other day, I'm a pretty naturally decent golfer. Without having to really practice or anything, I'm pretty good. And I remember the moment when I gave up golf. So I went to state in my my senior year of high school. I was pretty decent, but I remember the moment when I quit golf. It was maybe a year or two after high school, and I could not figure out how to purposefully slice the ball. I could purposefully hook it and make it go this way, but I couldn't do it the other way. I just couldn't figure it out. I was like, fucking, this is stupid. I'm not gonna keep going. I was already kind of tired of it anyway, but that was I was already kind of tired of golf in general. It was fun, but I was just like, I don't really want to keep doing this. Probably because I was reaching my peak of talent level, but that moment was like, I don't need to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. And instead of pushing through and sitting through that and trying to figure out, okay, how do I actually do this and keep practicing and keep trying, I just fucking gave up. Same thing with all the languages. I would get to a certain level where it was kind of okay and kind of maybe somewhat passable. But I would need to learn more and more and more to get into conversational levels, and I would just I don't want to do this. That's too hard. And I would just give up. Right? It's because I just don't. I just never. I kind of going back, I kind of just attribute it to having that internal safety net of I don't. I never growing up, as a young kid, I never had to really apply myself. Not really. And so with that, the last, I don't know, I'm 32 years old now, the last 5 or 6 years, I've tried different things, and when it was just not clear how to move forward through something, I'm I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna stop. When things weren't happening quick enough for me, the instant gratitude type, or instant gratification. When things weren't happening quickly enough for me, I just give up, then move on. And the last couple of years, I've gotten really just internally frustrated. Just internally, I've just not been happy. And just beating myself up and blaming everybody else for not. I'm 32 years old. Like that's kind of old. It's not like super old, but I didn't envision my life right now being what it was or what it is. Like I had a goal, man. I had a fucking goal. When I was like 22 or 23 or something, I was like, I'm gonna have 6 languages learned by the time I'm 30. I barely even have English. I know that's a joke. Of course I fucking speak English, but like I don't have another language. I don't have another one. And yeah, I don't know. I used to just give up. But let me bring it into more present times now. Now that there's some of that background kind of sorted out and talked out. Dude, like seriously, on March 2nd, I remember the day. I was sitting on my couch and I was scrolling through Reddit, which like I would do that all the time because I'd feel like if I just look through Reddit, I can catch the most up-to-date stuff. What's happening like in the moment for the most part. I can catch things that are happening in the news or in social media or just things that are trending. I was scrolling on Reddit and I would do that for hours and hours a day. Like 2 hours a day plus. On top of like everything else, like fucking Instagram. Just like scrolling to recharge. I was just talking to my wife about this. Like, you don't recharge. It's just numbing is what it is, because I would like scroll to recharge, but really I was just numbing the feelings, and then I would come out of the recharge or the scrolling and I'd be more tired than when I went into it. And then I'd have to go throughout the rest of my day trying to, have enough energy and have enough, strength or whatever to do all the rest of my shit. And I would be so fucking tired all the time. And I would just mentally, like, just bitch. Just all the time about how tired I am. And just how hard things are. And how I'm not where I want to be in life. Again, I'm 32. And I don't have the things that I want out of life for myself. I just don't. So I just internally just fucking over and over and over again just bitch. Seriously, just oh my god. And so March 2nd, I was, again, I'm bringing it back. I was scrolling through Reddit and it just like occurred to me. It was like a fucking light bulb or some kind of just switch like flipped. It was like, I'm going to be doing this exact thing. If I don't change, if I don't do something, I'm going to be doing this exact thing when I'm 70, if I make it to 70. I'm going to be doing this exact same thing for the rest of my life. And I'm going to be feeling this exact same way for the rest of my life. I was like, fuck, I can't. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. So I literally, again, like it was a fucking switch. I don't know what the fuck changed. But it like switched and I like shot up from the couch. I was like, I gotta put my fucking shoes on. And I went and got my shoes on. And I just went outside and started running. It's like, fuck this. I'm fucking out. I don't know. It's been something that I'm still running. I'm still doing it. It's been crazy. It's been such a wild change. I did find David Goggins, and I've had a lot of motivation from him. He said so many things that I just like. It's just like I realize now what effort actually is. And I know for like if anyone like ever sees us in the future, you know, like I know for sure that there's gonna be people that like fucking, yeah, dude, you didn't know that you had to actually try. I didn't know. And it's crazy to see where I'm at now. It feels really fucking wild. But yeah, so since March 2nd, I've run probably 5 times a week or 6 times a week, almost every week. Even that first week. Actually, especially that first week. Just running and just like doing that consistently. And there's so many things about running itself. That's probably for another night. But there's so many things about running that it's so mental. It's the most mental thing that I've ever done, really. I was explaining to one of my other friends, like we were just talking about it, like one of the first couple weeks of me running, and he was like, it's instant feedback for you, like for your mind, and like what's actually happening. It's instant. It's just instant. Like you just like you're in the moment, and you're like, man, this fucking sucks, and you just you just push through it, and you're like, well, now I'm running again. But that's for another night. I wanted to get through that whole like little story introduction, and then I wanted to just kind of talk about my day. But I'll probably do a lot more of like that story and a lot more of like dissecting of that as time goes on. Cause another part of this whole thing I'm trying is to really sort through and really dissect all the kind of thoughts that are going through my head. That's where the idea of like night diving comes in. It's actually a Thrice song, but the idea of like diving into my mind and like dissecting it and going through it at night, obviously, just feels right. So okay, so we made it through that. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about my day real quick, and just some thoughts that I've had throughout the day, some like positive ones, some that like kind of maybe brought me some clarity, and just kind of explore my day in general and kind of see where it goes. But I mean, I didn't run today. I was toying around with the idea of having tomorrow be my rest day and having today be like an easy run. I felt like they could have been interchangeable. But I kind of regret not running today if I'm being honest with myself. I wanted to run, and there may have been a moment where I could have. Sometimes life just gets in the way, but I don't want any excuses. Like, I could have probably run at maybe right around 6 p.m. or 6:15 for 20 minutes, but I just didn't. And so anyway, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow though. I'm gonna run probably at like 7 a.m. and just do like an easy pace. But yeah, so I did a video a couple days, like 2 days ago at this point, of kind of the idea of trying versus like actually trying. And that's still kind of been playing through my head. Like, the idea of that has still kind of just been like all day. Like, when I'm running and it gets like really difficult, I'm like running up a hill or something, and I'm already like 2.5 miles in, or some shit like that, and it's a huge hill I gotta climb up. It comes into my head that like in the past you would have stopped and just walked, but just keep going, because you don't know what like actually trying is. And like the harder I push myself, the harder I like move myself through the mental shit of like, God, on a run, it's just, sometimes it's just constant, like, dude, you're not gonna fucking make it, dude, you gotta stop, dude, you're gonna hurt your ankle, you're fucking, you gotta stop, dude. Your lungs aren't gonna make it, dude. Like, why are you even doing this anyway? You're fucking stupid. Like, what is this even doing for you? Like, why are you even like, it's constant. Like, that kind of shit can be constant. And so like to get to a point where it's like, shut up, I'm gonna keep going, and realize like, this is actually trying. Like, this is actually trying versus like just putting your shoes on and getting out the door. Right? That's like trying. Like, that kind of level for me has been like kind of playing through my head for the past couple of days, and even today when I've just like I didn't run today, but even just like going through like work, or just like wanting to post a video, or just wanting to change my live streams up, or just kind of all that shit. It's like, you haven't like actually tried, Fessler. Like, just do it. Just like do it and keep going. Just keep going. Like, you're not gonna know how far it can go if you just give up. You're not going to know how much you can do if you're just going to barely try. Like, how hard can you actually try? That's just, I don't know. That's just kind of been playing through my head throughout most of the day. And it feels good. It feels good to have that kind of thought in my head versus, like how it used to be, where it's like, God, I've got a belly coming in, and got a little beer gut, and I guess it's just what happens when you get older. I guess you just have to live with being out of shape, and you just have to live with being tired. Like, it feels like such a big change, and it's such a good change. But yeah, I don't know. Today's been good. Other than a little bit of regret for not running. Today's felt pretty good. Yeah. I got one thing that I think one thing that really felt good for me. Okay, here's another good thing. I've been really upset with the amount of Spanish that I've been practicing. It's not nearly up to par with what I want. I'm doing some practice, yes, but I'm more invested in running than I am in Spanish. And again, if I'm being honest with myself, it upsets me. I want them to be at the same level, and I'm just more invested in running, just like being honest with myself. And so today, though, splitting this live stream up, because I did a study session. I did a 25-minute study session while I was working, and I studied through. I did Anki. I've got a spreadsheet with a bunch of Spanish words and verbs and sentences that I haven't looked at in a while. I went through that. Oh God, it felt so good. It felt so good. It finally felt like I'm getting up to par with what I want to be at in terms of Spanish practice. So splitting this up was already the right move for me. So that felt nice. And I'm hoping to continue to keep going on that. In fact, I'm not hoping, I'm fucking going to keep going on that, but yeah, that, man, God, it feels good to like talk some of this stuff out. I would be, in my old streams, I'd be talking about this kind of stuff. I'd be 10 minutes in, I'd be just barely getting going for myself, and I'd be like, okay, well, it's time to switch. Let's go to study Spanish. I'm like, why am I doing that? Like, let's keep going. Let's keep rolling. Let's keep talking through my brain and talking through what's going on. This almost feels like therapy for me. Like, really. Like, I don't have a therapist right now, but it feels like just talking through some of this is reminiscent of what it feels like when I'm in therapy. So, but this feels good. This feels really, really good. I kind of feel myself coming to an end. I don't know exactly what more to say. I think I'm just going to continue working through this and working through like what a nightly stream might look like or feel like. But other than that, yeah. I'm gonna call it a night. So thanks for night diving with me. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll see me and whomever sees this tomorrow, I guess. Yeah. All right. I'm out. Bye.